said, like probably getting old at this point, but I would first say like we're not anywhere near like a finished product. Like we don't view it that way. There's like plenty of things we need to get better on and improve on. And so I think that's like much more our focus, but certainly trending in the right direction, which is good. And it's been a lot of attention and effort that's got us there, and we'll continue to kind of keep making it better.
What did you notice about Ozzy's approach last week that allowed him to kind of step in at left tackle and play so sound and maybe just over his rookie season in general?
Yeah, I think a lot of good habits, and those are formed, from whether he's playing or not. He's preparing and practicing and dedicating himself to be ready when that situation comes up. And so that came up, and he was ready to go. And I feel like a lot of testament to him for his focus over the course of the season to be ready at this point. So.
Caleb had a lot of clean pockets to throw from on those of the touchdowns he threw over the middle. What did you see about the pass protection when you watched it back today?
I think we naturally see the things we could have done better. We certainly saw more than a few instances where I had to get us in a better call and get us ID differently. So definitely want to work on those. But yeah, plenty of things that we need to keep working on and get better.
What do you think is the key to being able to celebrate the victory and then quickly turn the page?
I think it's pretty natural. We're all really happy when we win, and it's a fun locker room and fun environment, especially when you get to celebrate with guys like Ozzy and people and Luke who step up and they're doing it kind of in their rookie year, and it's really impressive. So that's easy, and then obviously the schedule dictates that you wake up the next morning and it's time to go, and we're hitting the ground running.
There are particular challenges in pass pro when Caleb goes into play action, particularly against some of these talented edge rushers that you guys have been facing lately.
Yeah, I think it can definitely be challenging, but it's what we want for sure. And I think the scheme and the way we run the ball helps kind of protect those play passes and gets more sell. And so I think that kind of all marries together well.
You guys have won 8 of 9. What do you think is the engine of this run?
I think just consistent habits and focus. There's never any like magic pill or anything like that gets us going in the right direction. We started with like a vision and with effort in April, and that's kind of compounded and has led to some success, but by no means will it guarantee future success. So I think it's about continuing with the habits that got us to where we are.
This team started with a vision back in free agency, like the offseason when they brought the 3 of you in on the interior. How have you seen, you talk about gelling, all of you guys coming together. How is that unit, 3 vets up front, how has that helped kind of build out what you guys want to be identity-wise in the front?
Yeah, I think for me personally, it's really nice to have just honestly the whole room top to bottom good players to learn from, and to kind of everybody seems to get here and have a few things they do really, really well. And so you get to kind of learn what everybody has kind of really figured out. And so every time you get new guys like that, I feel like it adds to your knowledge. So that's been really good. And then also just good teammates, good leaders that kind of lead the O-line and then kind of set an example for a lot of the team.
How much, Joe, obviously, we've talked about his consistency. How big of a role has he played in that this year?
Yeah, it's huge. Joe's awesome, great teammate, great player. And it's I feel like, I don't know, you can't say enough about having a guy that is so consistent that you're just Joe's going to do his job, and it's going to happen, and you can kind of forget about it. That's extremely difficult to do, and he does a good job of that.
I feel behind the scenes, just in terms of, he's the oldest guy in that room, I assume. Just the experience-wise, you can see it on your face. Clearly, that must mean a lot to you.
Yeah, he's funny. He's a good guy. Football aside, he's awesome to hang out with. It's someone that he brings a lot of levity and enjoyment to the room.
As a center, do you like the tush push?
Kind of neutral, like any other play. It has its pluses and minuses. So.
There's a car accident behind you, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. But there are plenty of plays that are like that. That one gets a lot of focus, I guess, but it's not unique in that way.
What you see from Luke Newman, and not only from Sunday, but kind of getting himself ready when that moment came.
Yeah, similar to Ozzy, 2 guys that have done a great job of just being really receptive to information, preparing themselves, and they've kind of come in through spells. But yeah, to come in the middle of the game like that is challenging, and he was ready to go, which is awesome. And they're both two guys that really focused, really determined, and yeah, they don't shy away from the challenge.
What does that do for the room when you get contributions from almost everybody there? Is that good for morale?
Definitely, yeah. And I think guys get excited too. Like we had Jordan McFadden was up this week. He's been practicing awesome. All the guys love him and he's fired up. So like everybody gets super excited to see him get a chance. And then guys come in the game. It's fun to like see them go and then kind of rib them for their mistakes and things like that. So it's good. Yeah.
So this Philly front obviously gonna be a big challenge Friday.
Yeah, I think definitely a really good defense. Do a lot of stuff well. Yeah, it'll be a good challenge for us.
I don't know how deep you are into preparing for them, but what's the teeth of their defense in your opinion?
I don't think I could say that just yet. I think that'll come with more and more study. We're kind of in the early phases. But yeah, they certainly do a good job, and it'll be something that'll take a lot of effort for us.
Do you have initial impressions of Jalen Carter?
No, I think we got to get through the week a little more, much more.
Ben credited you just in terms of communication, like it obviously starts with you and the protection calls and all of that. Where do you feel like you've improved, or just like from week 1 to now, just being able to identify the fronts and relay that communication so it is so seamless in the front?
Yeah, I guess I would say first that it's really an effort of like all 11 guys. Like there are receivers that are relaying information to the tackles, and the tackles relay information to the guards and centers, and Caleb's seeing stuff, we're seeing stuff. So it's like it feels much more like kind of this dispersed like network that's all working. And so I think over time you just get better at this guy is really good at seeing these couple things. This person's really good at seeing these issues, and you can kind of like get to each guy and kind of know where the information's at. And so I think that over time just kind of improves a little bit.
How did that, like on the 4th and 1 run where Caleb goes to the outside, Cole had the 51 lined up over him, like how is that an example of like everybody in the network? Because obviously he had the 6 technique, you guys built that ball inside. How did that play out?
Yeah, I guess without getting too much into like any kind of scheme stuff, the coaches did an excellent job of preparing for it, that exact situation, and it was something that was kind of the look we were hoping for, and so that and then it comes on us to execute it in the moment, and so they did a good job. So.
Couple more. Ben had said that he thought you guys might be able to get the Steelers to jump off sides once or twice in the game. What had to go right for you guys to get that touchdown?
Yeah, I think good execution by everybody, knowing kind of what was going to dictate whether we snapped it or not, and then a good job by Caleb selling it throughout the game. That stuff isn't. It happens on one play, but it's really set up throughout the course of like the rhythm of the cadence and things like that throughout the game. So great job by him, and then great job by the receivers of responding. So.
How do you know when to snap the ball? Do you see it? Do you feel it? You have to be careful not to look kind of that way beforehand, or what?
Yeah, you're trying to look at everybody, but they're pretty spread out. So you're kind of like doing your best to peripher everything, and yeah, you kind of feel when they cross into that zone, and that's when it's time to go.